All right, party people. So, welcome to my tutorial on how to draw your floor plans. So, in this tutorial, I'm going to walk you through how to draw our exterior and interior walls. So, this is not based off of a project. So, if you're seeing this and we're working on a specific project, just know that these dimensions are not relative to the exact dimensions that we'll be working on. So just keep that in mind. So what we're going to do today is I'm going to draw some walls. Yeah. So the dimensions of the floor plan that I'm currently working on are 21 feet by 23 feet. That's the exterior dimension. So right now I'm going to go ahead and draw my box to start. So this is our scale. All right. So remember, we use a 1/4 inch scale pretty much exclusively in my class, unless you're an advanced class, and then I'll maybe do a tutorial for you all on a 1/2 inch scale, but a 1/4 inch scale is where we want to be. So when you have the architect scale, you want to find where it says the 1/4 inch scale. And then remember, you want to start after the 0. So we don't care about these little tick marks. Start at 0 and then work your way up. All right. So I want my floor plan to start right here. So I'm going to put myself a dot right there. And I use a trick. I'm kind of lazy. So I find my number that I want. So because it's 21, and just unfortunately I'm using odd numbers, but 21, when I look at this, is going to be in between 22 and 21, or 20 and 22. So it's that halfway mark. So we know that that's 21. So I found 21 on my scale, and I'm going to put that at the point that I just drew. So got that guy lined up right there. And then I'm going to see, okay, so where does my 0? Oh, I'm using the wrong scale. Hold on. So I'm going to find my 21 here. Probably will help if I use the right scale. Okay, 21 right here. Okay, so there's my 21. So I'm going to put it on my dot where I marked my paper, and then I'm going to draw this line here. Okay, just like this. So that way I don't have to figure out if I stopped at the right place. All right, so my first dimension is my left to right dimension, so that's 21. So now my next dimension is 23. So I'm going to do the same thing, find 23 on my scale. Awesome, there we go. Put it at essentially my 0 mark, which is right here. There we go. And I'm going to draw my line. And then I'm going to finish my box. Okay. Awesome. So now I have a room that's the dimensions of 23 feet by 21 feet. And actually, I'm going to erase that and move that farther out because, oh, and I wrote that wrong. So it's 21 feet. Okay. And this is 23 feet. Okay. So what we're going to do now is we're going to lay out the interior rooms of my plan. And so right off the bat, so this is the part where we kind of moved your rooms around. If you're a visual person, we cut them out. This is where we kind of laid everything out. All right, I'm using a cheat sheet. I already made my floor plan. So we're not going to worry about the layout today. Maybe I'll make another video about that later on. But I know that my kitchen, so I'm going to start up here. My kitchen is 12 this way. So I'm going to use my scale. So I don't have to count any boxes. All right, so I found 12. Here we go. All right, so 12's right here. Okay, and it's 12 by 9. All right, so I got 9. Look at that. Okay. So try not to run into my little recording thing over there. Okay, so I'm just going to use like this. No, I don't know if I lines up correctly. Okay, so there's 9. Okay, so I'm going to draw my line. So I have this 12-foot wall goes all the way through my floor plan. So I'm going to go ahead and just take it all the way to the bottom, just like that. But then where that line was very dark. Let's do that one more time. There we go. Okay, so now I've got my center line that goes through my floor plan. So what's interesting though is this wall right here is actually invisible. So I'm going to make it dashed. All right, so just a reminder, even if you want to have like an open concept, so for example, this floor plan is an open concept, so there's not a wall separating the kitchen and the living room, which is this room right here. We're still going to account for the square feet of the different areas. So even though I know my kitchen and my living room are separate rooms, there's not going to be a wall, but we're going to draw a dashed line. Okay, so now over here, I'm left with 8 boxes this way, and then I still have all my 23 square feet over here. Okay, so now okay, so I'm gonna come down 7 feet. All right, so this, and now I'm gonna draw my bathroom. Probably need my scale with that. Okay, so find 0 and then 7, so it's right here. Okay, and then I'm going to double check and make sure that my bedroom dimension is the correct size. So let's line up my 0 down here. How the hell I did that correctly? Huh? Okay. Okay, so I'm good there. I'm going to draw my line right there. So good. I absolutely did that wrong. Hold on. Okay, well, that's 7 right there. We'll see if I can edit that. If not, welcome to imperfection. Because remember, perfection, not the goal. Okay, here we go. So, here we are. This is my bathroom. So this is 7 by, let's double check. So right now that's 7 by 9. All right. So from here, we have to draw our exterior walls. So whenever you've been given the dimension of your exterior walls, now we're going to add 6 inches to the outside. Okay, so you can do this 2 ways. I like to use the scale. So I'm going to start at 0. And then instead of using all the way to 1, I'm going to mark that halfway box right there. I'm going to come down here, do the same thing. All right, so now I have a reference point to draw my line. So I learned a vocabulary word. This is called pouche. If I told it to you, I said it wrong. I had to look it up the other day. But when we pouche our walls, that's where we add thickness to make it visible in our drawing. So you can tell your adult people that you learned something today. It is a French word, so that's why it's got the funny A at the end, but you know, here we are. Okay, so got this guy here and here. There you go. Okay, and I want to bark the back of it. That's the job. There we go. Okay. All right, so at this point, you're gonna have like a little half box all the way around. So I think I explained to you how to do it with the scale, but I did not explain it to you in terms of just kind of eyeballing it, but you just go out half a box. So remember, our scale, when we use a 1/4 inch scale, is 1 box or 1/4 equals 1 foot in real life. So that's our scale. So every box is 12 inches. So if our walls are 6 inches thick, that means we're going to come out half of a box. All right. So now I have to put in doors and windows. So I recommend that before you fill everything in, you lay out where your doors and windows are going to go on the exterior. So what I've done over here is I have my little handy dandy guide. So it looks like I put my door 3.5 feet back here. So half, 1.5, 2.5, 3.5. Okay, so this is where my door starts. And remember, all of our doors, to make all of our lives easier, are always 3 feet. So 3 feet makes 3 boxes. So there's my door. And then I put a window 2 feet from this interior wall here, which is 1, 2 boxes right there. Okay. And then all my windows in this floor plan are 2 feet. Typically I'll let you pick the size of your windows, but if I didn't for some reason on this project, just make sure you check the requirements. All right, so I didn't put any windows on this wall, but over here, so I measured 1.5 feet from the outside. So this is where my door starts here, 3 feet, boom, look at that. All right, and then from that door, 6 inches over, which is half a box, I made a window that's 2 feet wide. All right, so then 6 inches from that window, I made another one. And then half a box here. I have 3 windows, right? Did I do the math correctly? Amazing, look at that. 1, 2, oh, right on the money. All right, so remember, this is really important. So you always have to have at least 6 inches or half a box between your walls and your windows. All right, so you got to remember that. Please keep that in mind. All right, so those are all of my, oh, hold on, I gotta get my windows in my bedroom. So my first one starts right here, 1.5 feet outside, and it's 2 feet wide. Awesome. Okay, so now I've done all of my exterior stuff. So I'm going to fill in everywhere except where my doors and windows are. Okay, oh, I have another window here. So I gave it 2 boxes, and then there we go. All right, so all you do to Pouchet is you're going to fill in the thickness of your wall. I'm going to do this kind of quickly. If I can figure out how to fast forward this video, I will, but I'm not as savvy as you all are when you make your TikToks or whatever. So bear with my editing skills if possible. But so like I said, I left this whole wall blank. So we're just going to fill this in. Right. So the reason we do this is so we can tell where our walls are and the difference between walls and just other lines. All right. So once you've got your exterior all worked out, so that's your exterior. Okay. So I've got some doors that I need to draw. All right. So this is where you're going to get one of these little packets out of the drawer. It's labeled interior stencils drawer. And there are, so it's really important that you keep all 3 of these together because I bought them in a pair or in a set. So we have these 3 different stencils. All right. So eventually we'll use all of the different stencils, but you don't need the one that's called a furniture template. And you also don't need this one, and it's called the interior kitchen slash or interior design slash kitchen slash bathroom slash bedroom. So we will come back to this one later, but we don't need this one right now. So I'm just focusing on drawing our doors. So you want to use this guy, and it's called the house plan template. So it's got our doors, some circles that can be used for different things, and then some bathroom stuff. So we'll also use the bathroom stuff a little later. But right now, because I'm drawing my doors, I want to use these guys. All right. So depending on what you're doing, it's going to tell you the size of the door frame. All right. So this goes from 2 feet all the way up to 3 feet. So because we always use 3-foot doors, we want to use this guy. All right. And if you find yourself with a floor plan that ends up having been used, you may see that tracing spot is a little bit darker. So I'm just going to trace my door. All right. And remember, whenever you put your door in your plan, you want to put the bottom of your door on the outside of the wall. Okay. So I'm going to line it up there. And this is also a good time to double check and make sure you have at least a half of a box between the side of your door and the wall. Okay. So definitely make sure that you do that before you lay out everything else. Okay, so now that the exterior of our house is done, what we're going to do is we're going to lay out the interior of our house. So we're going to Pouchet the interior walls. Okay, so remember, we only have 2 interior walls that we kind of have to deal with. So the first is this guy. And then this separates our kitchen and our living room space from our bathroom and bedroom space. So what I'm going to do is, because to me, a kitchen and a living room is a more important space based on my preference as the designer, I'm going to steal my 6 inches from my bathroom and my bedroom. So that means I'm going to put my little 1/2 inch or half box tick marks here. I'm going to trace it and draw it there. Okay. So it's important to remember that, but when we draw our walls for our interior, some place has to lose space. So you just want to keep that in mind. It's also really important that you don't draw double walls. So what a double wall would look like is if I were to draw another wall here while I already have the existing exterior wall. Okay, so we won't do that. But then I'm also going to steal, because the bathroom is already a little bit small, I'm going to go ahead and steal from my bedroom. So I'm going to put my tick mark here, my tick mark here. All right, and I'm going to measure right there. Magic. Okay, so now that I've drawn the thickness of those walls, I'm going to put in my doors for my interior. That way I don't have to erase and come back. All right, so for my bathroom, I'm going to put my bathroom doors close to this kind of wall intersection as I can. But remember, we have to leave 6 inches. So I'm going to move over half of a box. And then I'm going to draw my door going into my bathroom, just like this. Okay. And then I need a door for my bedroom. So based on my floor plan, I'm going to put it right here. So again, I'm just leaving myself half of a box. Even though we don't have a physical wall here, we have to be mindful of structures. So I'm going to go ahead and leave myself half a box from that invisible wall or that dashed line and put my door here in my bedroom. Okay, so now I can fill in the rest of my walls. So if I can, I'll fast forward through this. If not, you get to watch me do this. Okay, so now I've got all of my walls. So this is how you draw your exterior interior walls. So I'm going to stop this video and then let me know if you have any questions.